Hi! So, AEW Dynamite is tonight. A very good card and some matches I genuinely cannot wait for. So, without further ado, let's go through the card. The card has been fully announced again before I actually make the video, which is great for me. But, yeah, cannot wait for this. Let's get into it. So, our first match to talk about is one that was scheduled for Collision originally. It is Mark Briscoe versus El Clon for the TNT title. I don't know why this wasn't on Collision. I don't know why they kind of moved it, but I'm not complaining. I like when the TNT belt is on Dynamite. It feels like it gets a lot more eyeballs. Like I said, for the Collision one, I cannot wait for this match. I think it'll be really good. El Clon's impressed me a lot. So, seriously, I'm looking forward to this. I think see, the thing is, there's a lot of title matches on. I don't think Briscoe drops the belt now. It feels a bit inconsequential, lack of a better term. But I think this will be fun. I think it'll be a really good match. I think this could be a solid opener too, because both in ring, it's a solid match to get the crowd going. Or it could be a good middle part. But, you know, I mean, point is, it'll be a really good match. I haven't really got much more to say on it rather than what I said in the preview for Collision. But point is, El Clon's been great. So I predict Briscoe to win, but El Clon's been great, and I'm looking forward to this match probably even more. So, after this, we got MJF live. He doesn't have a match confirmed. I assume it's going to be even more Brody King promo, which, you know, not against at all. I doubt me. I'm thinking due to him and then other matches of people he's, like, you know, competing with for the title, to keep hold of his title, rather, is it going to be someone like, you know, Kenny coming out before his match? I hope they do an angle where, like, you know, where he walks out, but then when he's on the ramp, when someone else enters, like a Kenny or something like that, that could be really cool. I've said it once, I've said it again. I'd love Fletcher. I'd love Fletcher for the guy there, but I feel like he's doing something different. I think they're going to run the Brody or Bandito angle. That could be really fun. But got Australia soon, because they should be down to match for that soon, so that could be it. But either way, this should be really fun. Cannot wait for this. After this, we actually have Kenny Omega having another singles match. God is great. He has Rocky Romero, which doesn't seem on paper like the greatest of matches if you're not, like, clued up. This will be a banger of a match, bro. This will be so fucking good. I think, obviously, Kenny wins, going through more Don Callis family. I think the obvious call is to eventually have him and, obviously, Max. But, you know, there's a lot of other Don Callis families. He's had Alexander, and now he's had Romero. Give him Lance Archer. That could be fun, but, you know, maybe too early. You know, there's a bunch of people. El Clon versus Kenny could be fucking sick. Point is, whoever you give Kenny is going to be great. And Romero's just good to get a singles match nowadays. So this match should be really fun. And I'm always happy to see Kenny. I assume Don Callis interferences and, you know, shenanigans with the family. So maybe the Bucks come and help Kenny. That could be fun. That could be a good, like, little angle. But yeah, this will be fun. All matches look really fun this card, but this I really like. I like, because this was the one that was like, oh, because they announced they were going to do someone with the Don Callis family. Was like, oh, it's Rocky. I'm not complaining. That's really cool. I like that. So after this, I cannot believe this is a match. So we have Jon Moxley versus Ace Austin for Jon Moxley's Continental belt. I assume this is like something to reward Ace because of the Ring of Honor match that, you know, or whatever, like the Collision match that he couldn't go, so they had to use Billy Gunn on Saturday. This match will fuck. Again, Moxley doesn't work with people who can't fuck. So, but Moxley's going to get the best out of Ace Austin. I cannot wait. I feel like this is, I like Ace Austin anyway, and I feel like a lot of people love the guy. So I feel like this is the match that's going to make a lot of people take notice and push for Ace Austin. This could be very similar to a Kyle O'Reilly situation. So, I really can't wait for this. Ace Austin needs more eyeballs. We get Bang Bang Gang, maybe. Well, Austin and Billy, maybe. That was just depressing when he walked out and Billy just had to hug him. That was depressing as all hell. But Ace could be fun. And maybe they set up a tag match with Ace and Austin versus, you know, someone on the Death Riders, maybe Yuta and Garcia. That could be a fun Collision match. That reeks of Collision, actually. But regardless, this match will be really good. This will be a really good showcase of Ace. And if you hate Jon Moxley matches in the year 26, well, what's going on? So next on the card, we actually have something I cannot believe is a real match so soon. We have Andrade versus Swerve. Yes, this will be incredible. Oh my god, this is going to be incredible. I really cannot wait for this match. I like Andrade a lot, especially how he was on Collision, you know, the strip and everyone's seeing. But just in ring, like, Andrade's clearly found himself again in terms of AEW, only so shortly too. The characterizations there, and Swerve can hang. Obviously, Swerve can hang, and Andrade, this match will just be great. This really could be a good match, and hopefully this is like Andrade's first big match since returning, so that's what I'm really happy about. I think this is a great match on paper. Him and Swerve I really think they'll have excellent chemistry. This is one to really keep the eye on. This is one of my most anticipated matches of this night, which is insane to say. Who do I think wins? I would give the win to Andrade. I don't give a fuck. They should give the win to Andrade. I think they'll give it to Swerve, but if they give it to Andrade, that's massive balls, and I respect it. That would be the right call for me personally. So next, we have the highly anticipated tag title match between FTR versus Davis and Doyle. This is a very tricky match. Very tricky to call. I think FTR feels so soon in the reign to lose, but Davis and Doyle's presentation's just been stellar. I don't know how you actually not have them win. I think either way is a weird call. I think because Australia's coming up, I feel like if they really wanted to, and I think they could, to kind of protect Davis and Doyle still, I would have it be a no contest or a DQ, whatever. Just have it like a count out thing. I don't know. Just, I feel like the presentation of Davis and Doyle was too important to, like, sacrifice. But then, just, FTR, I feel like FTR, for me, I've always said FTR are going to hold those belts till Copeland and Christian come back, which makes sense. But Davis and Doyle just being on the rise and the way they're just presented as just two destroyers, it makes all the sense in the world. Honestly, either way, I'm happy. The match will fuck, too, especially, but I feel like it's going to be like a DQ, like a Death Ride, like a Don Callis family situation, maybe. But either way, this should be really fun. This could be one of the best tag matches we've seen in a while, truly. And FTR are masters of the craft, too. You can never deny that. So, and it's just, honestly, it'll be funny as hell. This will be funny. I think we'll have really funny moments in this with Stokely and Don. If they're both on commentary, Jesus Christ, I will die. So, our final match to actually talk about is for the AEW Women's World title. It is between Chris Statlander and Tekla. I've looked forward to this match for a while. I don't know if Tekla wins or not. I think it's such a hard call. I think it's a bit too early for Tekla to win. I think it's a tiny bit too early for Stat to lose. I think the match will be stellar. I think that's what people are going to expect. I think the two have wrestled before. Maybe not one-on-one, but they've definitely wrestled before. And Tekla's phenomenal. Just get Tekla away from the fucking triangle. To split that triangle up, honest to God, that's my biggest ask. But I wouldn't be against them switching title. I don't think they will, but I think one of the 3 titles here has to change, I think, for the show. And I think this could be the one. If this is last, I think the title changes. If not, I maybe this is the DQ. I feel like one of the matches is going to be a DQ for the title, setting up a further title match. But this feels like that could be a 2. Because Tekla versus Stat feels like something you could get a lot of mileage out of. I don't really want it to just be a one and done. Let's go back to the Cosmic Babes, the trios stuff. I feel like let's get some mileage out of this. This could be a DQ or Tekla wins it. That could be fun. But Statlander still feels like such a lot of mileage left, so it's such a hard call. The match itself should be great. I'm a big fan of Tekla. I'm a big fan of Stat. It makes a lot of sense. I think they'll both work off each other well. Even though that small glimpse I remember off them versus each other at All Out. And Tekla, if Tekla's allowed to be vicious, that's what I look for. I really look for that. So that could be fun. I predict, I think Stat will retain. No, actually, no. If it goes last, I think Tekla wins. I will say that. If it goes last, Tekla wins. If not, I think Stat wins. So either way, hopefully this is not the end of these two, because I think there's a lot of mileage in this. I really do. So, that's everything that's confirmed for Collision. The big question I have is, well, 2 big questions is, 1, are we going to get any sort of Hangman involvement? I think that'd be great. I think we should get some Hangman stuff, even if it's just a small backstage promo with Jet Speed. Horsecock! Or, also, are we going to get Hangman just confirming the matches? Because that's twice now. So possibly we get Hangman going, I'm making a match. And Protashita maybe? Oh no, actually, Moxley and Takeshita, that's something that's got to have a bit of payoff, so hopefully we get that soon too. And obviously Okada and Takeshita, but there's a lot of stuff, moving pieces. Maybe don't get all of it, but I think Moxley and Takeshita, that's something that needs to have an answer, so that could be fun. But either way, going to be super good, super great Dynamite, super stacked card, not a downer match in sight. And yeah, I really look forward to this. What do you all think what's going to happen to Dynamite this week, because I cannot wait. And Andrade versus Swerve is going to be incredible, mark my words.